Why is Jesus on the bench?
Because it's crap. It's awful.
Terrible.
Whoa. Relax.
Jesus is done at it. Listen.
What?
Done.
Jesus.
Trash.
Gabriel.
Do you know how Jesus
Not
is better on the ball than Aguero? That's a fact. He's got better on the ball.
What? Nah.
Relax.
Wait.
Hey, chill, man.
No.
Relax.
No.
He's got. Look, Aguero is a better striker. He's a better finisher.
He's a
more
great
potent.
player. He's a better player.
Did you see Javan? Chill, man. Chill back there. What the hell? No.
Welcome, guys, to the Neeks Sports Podcast, episode 7. I am joined here by, of course, Kyle and Ramone from Neeks Sports and Have Hope, Double H from the Have Hope Football Hut. How are you? Thanks for joining us.
Look, man, I'm just trying to live, man. I'm just trying to live, just trying to survive, you know, be the best man I can be, help the youth, help the kids. I'm just trying to make it a bit better future for everyone in the world, you know, so.
Yeah, sounding like Jesus at this time of the year. We're really going to get straight into it. Premier League. It's been an interesting weekend.
Chin got snatched.
It did. I see that as your title on the, on your review video.
Yeah. Chin got snatched fully. No. I mean, look, let me just start off like that, and we'll get into it. I've got a problem with Pep. I get it. He's achieved a lot of stuff and everything. That documentary he did, it rubbed me the wrong way. Like, I destroyed football. What the hell? Oh, okay. You had the best club football player of all time at Barcelona. Oh, okay. You took over Bayern Munich after they just won the treble. Oh, okay. You're with Man City where you have an endless supply of money. How good are you really? Okay, I don't want to bring Mourinho into this because people will start getting on me, but all I'm saying is 2010 treble and you won it with FC Porto. Can Pep do that? No. So my thing about this is that there's an arrogance to Pep that rubs me the wrong way, and I was so happy. He wanted to go unbeaten. Don't get it twisted. He wanted to go unbeaten.
Who doesn't?
No. But I think him especially, because that would have added into his huge ego that he has. So the fact that Chelsea stopped them like that, which with a very risky approach, because again, I'm not a fan of false nine. I'm from the 90s. 2 strikers. That's how I roll.
Yeah, but you lot ain't even got 1 striker at the moment. So what's the difference?
We have -2 strikers. Okay?
Exactly. So you're better off not playing and having 11 men on the field.
No. Giroud is more effective. Giroud is a brick, but he's an effective brick. Morata is a useless brick. So rather have an effective
cement,
brick.
best cement.
Yeah. No. He's horrible. He sleeps in the brick academy. But look, man, he got it right. Like, I was insulting, so I said, man, this guy's a loser. Who you? Get the hell out of here. This is a mess. Why am I wasting my time with this crap? It somehow worked because they stifled City. But you know what City did? Why is Jesus on the bench?
Because it's crap. It's awful.
Terrible.
Whoa. Relax.
Jesus is done at it. Listen.
What?
Done.
Jesus.
Trash.
Gabriel.
Do you know how Jesus
Not
is better on the ball than Aguero? That's a fact. He's got better on the ball.
What? Nah.
Relax.
Wait.
Hey, chill, man.
No.
Relax.
No.
He's got. Look, Aguero is a better striker. He's a better finisher.
He's a
more
great
potent.
player. He's a better player.
Did you see Javan? Chill, man. Chill back there. What the hell? No. Did you see what Jesus did to company at the World Cup? At the World Cup.
You know what?
At the World Cup.
That was probably the only thing he did at the whole World Cup. I watched Brazil for that whole World Cup, and I was screaming. Man United fan, you know.
Yeah.
But we just supporting Brazil. I'm like, where is Firmino? Get Firmino on that pitch.
Jesus is a better player than Firmino. Firmino.
No, he's not a better player. He's not a better player.
100%.
No, he's not.
100%.
No, he's not.
You've just not seen how Jesus rolls.
I've
Trust
seen
me.
it.
Pep he's shackling him. This guy's he's from the streets. He is from the streets.
You need to go back there because this is Premier League football.
You World Cup is what you say, the pinnacle of football, right? Where the players should be performing at their best,
Yes.
and where you see the best players.
Yes.
Where you judge players a lot based on the World Cup performances. Then you can't even talk about Jesus and Firmino in the same sentence because he didn't come nowhere near. He had one little thing he did at the World Cup. That was it.
That's not little.
Every
because it was a
time
penalty.
Firmino came off the bench, he
Impact.
made an impact.
Straight away.
Jesus, especially in the games that he Firmino came off the bench, which were all of them, Jesus did nothing.
Yeah.
I can't remember all the games, but I remember Firmino came off the bench and scored in one of them where Brazil struggled to get goals in that World Cup. And it was only when Firmino came on that it looked dangerous. Jesus was a liability
Okay, so
in
let me
that
ask
World
you this.
Cup.
So are you guys all saying that City's setup, playing a false nine and having Jesus on the bench was a good approach in that game?
It was their best option.
So Jesus doesn't help City in any way.
No, I
He doesn't help to link play in any way. Is that what you're saying?
The reason why I don't think it may not have been the best option is more of the fact that Raheem Sterling is so much better out wide.
Yeah.
That is the only reason. It's not because Jesus is so much better up top. Because
you take away from Sterling and put him through the middle.
We showed it against who were they playing in the midweek? Watford? Is it Watford?
Yeah, Watford.
And he missed bags of chances, 4-yard headers. Easy. These are the ones that Aguero is putting in left, right, and centre that Jesus was missing. The reason why he was dropped was because he was so bad against Watford.
Wait. You're acting like this guy's a brick.
Listen, he's a young brick, isn't it? He got time to get to come out of the academy. But,
I wouldn't refer to him as a brick.
Yeah. But the thing is, he started when he first joined. He was on, he's on fire. A few goals and that kind of stuff, and he put Aguero under pressure. But since Aguero got back in the team, he has not been the same player. I think it was January, but no, was it the year before?
You signed, the year before.
January before he signed. Aguero got back in the team after, and he just has not been the same player. And I know you said he's a better on the ball. He can play a bit wider than Aguero. Sometimes I know he's been pushed out wide. And I said for Brazil that if you really want, if Jesus has to play, if he's got Tite by his balls that somehow the Brazilian mafia are saying you have to play him, then put him on the right, because Willian wasn't doing anything in that World Cup. Grind for me should have been Costa playing there anyway. But Jesus should not have been the striker. And to go with the fact that I don't think he's even as good as Firmino as a footballer.
Whoa! No! You can't say that.
I can.
You can't say that.
I don't think he's as good as Firmino as a footballer.
That's crazy.
And I don't think he suited Brazil's style as much as Firmino would.
Jesus was with Brazil all through the qualifications, and even the players said, no, Jesus is our guy, and he fully fits that system 100%.
At that point of the World Cup, Firmino was the one in form. Jesus was not playing well for Man City, so he shouldn't have
So you're not going to say anything about Jesus putting the ball through companies like standing him up, putting the ball through his legs, and pretty much ending a penalty which Brazil didn't get. You're not going to say anything about that.
Company is done out there. Company's career is finished.
It's nothing major.
I know.
He's not one of the greatest defenders in the world anymore.
At one point he was, but Company has that in him, innit? That can happen, innit? But do you think, I don't know, Jesus being out of the team, I won't say is the reason why Man City lost, but did that add to the factor?
I think personally it was one too many key players that was missed from Manchester City. I don't think having Jesus in or out of the team, being on the bench or starting in the starting 11 would have made much of a difference, even if Sterling was out wide. It's just because I remember we had a discussion like a few days earlier before the game. It was like, who is really Manchester City's key player? Who is one player that if they get injured, they're going to miss? Because so far they've played the season without Kevin De Bruyne and they still look hot. Last season they had the whole year without Mendy and they blitzed the Premier League. And they had bits and pieces where they didn't have Aguero last season through injury. So we're like, who is really their key player who they missed? But coming into this game, they had no Mendy, no Kevin De Bruyne, no Aguero, and it was just one too many. It was just one too many. So it's maybe not a factor that is there is a key player. Is they're all needed basically. So if you have 3 or 4 missing, then against a team like Chelsea, it's going to be one too many. Against a team like Watford or Bournemouth, it's enough. Your Bernardo Silvas and your Mahrez are going to be enough. But against the likes of Chelsea, maybe it's not good enough, and they're going to need the Kevin De Bruyne's and Mendy's back if they're going to, compete on all fronts and every single competition.
Kevin De Bruyne's the reason they didn't win that game. It's simple as that. It's as simple as that.
I don't know if you can say that.
How many players must this guy have?
Wait.
It's as simple as that. I'll tell you what.
If they had Aguero and Mendy, they don't need Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah.
If they have Aguero and Mendy, they don't need Kevin De Bruyne.
I don't know because
they had charge in that first half. Aguero would have slotted that away. Sane missed. Well, he had a golden opportunity and then missed another 2. Sterling missed a chance as well.
Why was Sane taken off? What's the issue with people not appreciating what the hell Sane is?
He doesn't run back enough. I know you don't like players who run.
Okay, so because he doesn't run back enough,
he was at fault he was partly at fault for Kante's goal. First, Kyle Walker didn't track back Willian, and then Sane let Kante go. So
because Sane let him go, you're 1-0 down. You come onto the bench even if he's one of
but let's be honest. In that second half, I can't remember the exact time that Sane came off. I can check it, but Man City didn't actually look like getting back in that game. The way they dominated the first half, it was, I want to say chalk and cheese, but at no point in that second half did I think the goal is coming. Whereas in the first half, I was feeling Man City, the goal is coming. So he needed to change something. Now, whether you take off Sane, we take off Sterling, maybe he could have taken Mahrez, I don't know. But he needed to change something. But it does seem like Sane is the bit of the fall guy when it comes to whether it's rotation or substitution. He's a bit.
I don't think it's fair. I don't agree with it.
Under appreciation.
Yeah, I don't know if it's under appreciation because Pep does know how good Sane is. Like, he was part of the reason why Sane is where he is now because of the faith Pep had in him to play as a young guy coming from Germany who, let's be honest, most of us didn't really know who Sane was. And Pep, we'd heard about him, but yeah,
3 minutes.
Yeah, so Pep had trust in him the whole of last year. Yeah. So I don't think it's under appreciation. I'm just not quite sure. There's something between Sane and Pep right now this season since the World Cup, which has been a bit up and down. I know you said before when Mendy plays, Sane doesn't play. Pep feels that's enough for him. Yeah. And so, ever since Mendy's been out, Sane's had his running the team. But like you said, 52 minutes.
I think. I guess. Obviously, at that stage, you're looking to win the game, so you're not necessarily looking for someone who's always going to be tracking back. But I think the reason why he prefers Mendy to Sane, I know it's not the same position, but they do pretty much the same job, is because Mendy is both an attacker and a defender. So he can do an attacking job to a high enough level. And
what?
To a high, I'm not saying the same as Sane, but to a high enough level.
Nowhere near Sane.
I say but it's enough to win the games in the Premier League. He's more than enough on that left flank because he's dangerous. But because he's a defender, he's still gonna get back. Whereas Sane ain't always. What he will give you an attack, he's not giving you that in anywhere.
No. Don't demean what Sane gives you. And I appreciate
what Mendy is dangerous.
100%. Like what Mendy gives you in attack is great. Sane can win you a game.
All right, but the question
he can score you a goal all by himself.
So can the other 6 players.
Yeah. Sterling,
so can Sterling, Mahrez, Aguero. So can they.
If he was the only one, then you say you have to keep him on
he has
the
to
pitch.
play, but he doesn't have to play if they've got Sterling, Mahrez, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, David Silva. He don't need to play.
Because look, on that left flank,
where's the defensive?
When Mendy plays, it's him and Sterling. Pep would say that Sterling and Mendy is a better combination than obviously Mendy's out, Sane and Delph. And so as much as Sane is giving you an attack, Delph is not good enough back to have Sane doing that bombing on job and not getting back and helping the other side. I'm not saying I don't know everything because I think there is something going on behind the scenes. 100%. Things were said in pre-season.
Need another documentary soon.
Things were said in pre-season.
I'm done on those documentaries, man.
But we have to give credit to Chelsea because, especially in that second half, first half they rode the wave, and you have to do that against Man City.
No, please, please. For all those stats merchants, he doesn't get any goals. He doesn't get any assists. Are you happy with his assists now with Hazard? Are you happy? Javan, are you happy with Hazard's assists now? 3 men around him, held it, boom, cut back. That's an assist for all you stats merchants out there.
And then he got an assist for the corner.
He got 2 assists.
He was
Great
his corner for David Luiz.
So look, I was already fine with 1. So what? You're not rolling it with 2. So I don't want to hear anything from you stats merchants anymore. Please, thank you very much, man.
Hazard's world class, isn't it? He's world class player.
Top 3.
In the Premier League. He's a world class player.
Yeah.
There's no buts about it. He's a world class player. What can I say? And he's proved it again, big game. And he's turned up. But I have to give credit to Chelsea because I did not see that win coming.
No,
I thought the best Chelsea could get out of it was a draw. I didn't see Man City losing. And I know Stamford Bridge is a tough place to go.
But City won their last season.
Exactly.
But who did they have?
Kevin
De Bruyne. Now listen, I know you might say I'm just saying this now, but I'm not surprised. I'm genuinely not surprised that City lost that game to Chelsea. I wish we discussed it last week because I genuinely would have said I can see Chelsea winning this game. We didn't discuss it, but I just had a feeling that with allow me, Javan, man. I genuinely had it. I know this year I've been so right in my predictions and I would have just come with another one, but I just didn't get to say it. But I just felt that without De Bruyne and Aguero, definitely, because I don't know about Mendy, neither here or there. I feel that it can win the game without Mendy. But for me, De Bruyne and Aguero, I'll give you Aguero as well. With them 2 missing, that is a massive part of Man City's team, a massive part of their, first of all, creativity, and second of all, a goal threat. Even in the Liverpool game this year, without Kevin De Bruyne, the creativity was lacking. I feel like in the big games, this is where Kevin maybe stands up to where he should be.
No. But very quickly, just on my points of that. I don't want Pep to use that as an excuse.
You can't
No,
use it.
You have
He's not.
so many
Yeah,
players.
you can't.
Don't say, "Oh, if only we had De
It's not-
Bruyne."
it's
Do you
not
know how
an
many
excuse.
flipping players you guys?
No.
flipping have,
It's
man?
not an
So
excuse, but I'm just saying it's the reason why I felt that Chelsea had a chance to win this game, and not just draw, but win it. Playing away for Man City to play away from home without two of their best players, arguably in that squad.
They're
Even though
two-
their squad
they're
is
two best
their
players.
squad is brilliant,
Yeah.
but those two are head and shoulders above, better than the rest of the players.
Yeah.
As good as the other players are, Sterling has been one of the best players, if not the best player this season. But those two, quality wise, are the best, and so Chelsea took advantage of them not having them.